one hand over your chest and one hand over your stomach. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Taking long, slow breaths, let your body relax into the warmth of your hands. And feel the inhale expanding you and the exhale relaxing you. Softly refocus your eyes. When you're ready, you're going to reach your arms straight out with your palms face up. Try to keep them face up and open your arms wide out to your sides. Reach away from your center. Hold there. Think of reversing all the forward stuff that you did today. Think of rotating and opening. Breathe. Turn your palms to face forward. Bend your arms, making 90-degree angles with your arms. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands and your forearms together. Inhale, open your arms wide. Think of squeezing your shoulder blades together. So we're going to continue that with a breath. Exhale, bring the arms together. Shoulder blades slide forward. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades back. Go a few times at your own pace, building up heat and energy in the upper back and chest. One more time. So the next time the arms are open, you're going to hold there. Take a deep breath. We got one more here before we take a break. Stretch your arms out, palms down. Make fists. Slowly circle your fists. Gently, just think of massaging the wrist joint, not necessarily stretching too deeply. Reverse. Release, give it a good shake, and then just stand in mountain pose. Turn your palms to face forward to help open your chest, and allow the energy to drain down the arms, releasing any negative energy from your body. We're going to do our slow roll down. Let your hands turn in, drop your chin to your chest. Take a deep breath into your neck. Bend your knees and slowly roll down as far as you feel comfortable. So you could go halfway if that feels good. You could go all the way upside down. Knees are really bent. Let's take some deep breaths there. Using gravity to stretch out your back. Let's come back slowly. Engage your core. Draw your abdominals in. Press through your feet and slowly roll up through the center. Keep breathing into your back. When you get to the top, give your shoulders a roll. Give your legs a little shake. We're going to try a warrior one. Your right foot will be forward and your left foot will be back, so that your heel is grounded at the back and the front knee is bent. So you want to feel elongation through this back leg. That's the main thing. Then lift your shoulders over your hips, lift your arms. Think of looking up and reaching up as you sink down. Warrior one. We're going to stay with this leg forward. Start to open your arms like warrior two. Take a step back, look at your back foot. You want this heel to be in line with your back arch. So now you're open to the long side of your mat. Once you have your warrior two, feel like your hips are moving open, and then spread your arms, look at one point over your fingertips. Between sides, we're gonna take a wide leg forward bend. Relax your arms, turn both toes to point forward, nice and wide, bend and straighten a couple times. Getting ready to forward bend. So if you know you're really tight in your lower body, you're gonna bend your knees a lot. Come down halfway or all the way, reach for the floor if you like. Look through your legs, hold here and breathe. If it's too much, listen to your body and come up. So we don't wanna overstretch the inner hamstrings. Couple of deep breaths here. Start to come back, lift your head, come to a flat back, bend your knees, inhale, come all the way up, hands to the hips. Exhale, take a moment. We're gonna try that warrior one to the other side. So if you need to change around on your mat, feel free. We're gonna do that first pose, warrior one. Your hips are facing forward, second side, arms reach up. So the main thing here is elongating this back leg. So we reverse sitting on the hips. Look up as you sink down. Let's try the warrior two. Open your arms. Keep this front foot there. Step your back foot back so that now you're in a nice open stance. Warrior two, second side. Once you've got your set up, you're gonna look to your fingertips. Draw your core in, point your tailbone down. So it's gonna help reverse sitting on your hips and legs, lower back. Breathe. Good job. We're gonna do the same thing with the toes pointing forward. So take a second, get really grounded. Toes point forward, feet are quite wide. Reach up and clasp your hands together. Lengthen your upper body. Side stretch, really ground through your feet. You're gonna go up and over to one side. Try not to lean over and lose your balance, but really ground through that bottom or back leg, I should say. You can look up to work harder. Breathe into that side. Or you could look down. Press through both feet. Let's come up strong. Inhale. Exhale, second side. Good job. Press into your feet. Inhale. We're going to do one more forward bend here with wide legs. Exhale, dive forward either halfway or all the way down. You can always bend your knees. Wide leg forward bend. We're moving into a lunge. You're going to come up to a flat back. Turn your toes out. So you're going to face the top of your mat. Option one, you keep your back knee off the floor. Option two, you bring your back knee on the floor. They're just different. So see what feels good for you. Not one is better than the other. So I'll show you the first one. The heel is just hovering off the floor. The knee is off the floor. And then you're going to see if you can balance and reach up. So again, we're elongating this to reverse sitting. If you're doing the version with the knee on the floor, you're going to send your hips forward and lift up. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate this version, but if you're up here, make sure you look at one point, balance. Let's add a twist. Bring the opposite hand to the front foot to the floor. Reach up with your opposite hand and twist, look up. Big circle overhead, reach that top arm over your head, make a big circle. We're gonna release, so if your knee is off the floor, you'll bring your knee down, slowly recover. We're gonna try our first child pose. Sit back on your heels, drop your head. If that's not working for you, you could do a downward dog instead. Let's breathe it out for 3. Second side, step your other foot forward, you're gonna match what you did. So if your knee was off the floor, you're gonna come up to that high lunge, low lunge, look at one point, sink down, we're opening up that back hip. Reversing, sitting on the hips and the lower back. Add the twist, opposite hand comes down to front foot. Twist, reach up. Big circle overhead. Release. Your choice, downward dog or child pose. So downward dog, the knees are off the floor, you're in a triangle. Child pose, you're curling into a ball. So see what feels good in the moment. Deep breaths. Cat and cow. So you're gonna come to all fours. If this bothers your wrists, you're gonna do the pose on the elbows. So your choice, elbows or hands. I'm gonna do it on my elbows today. Knees are under hips. Round into the cat pose. Pull your abdominals in, drop your head. Take a breath into your back. Let's reverse. Lift your head and your tail, stretch your core and look up. Take a breath. Go ahead at your own pace, slowly back and forth, rounding and arching your spine. Two more. Let's come back to a neutral spine. Pull your shoulders back. We're going to do a plank. Step back, hover parallel to the floor. Tighten your core, your thighs, your glutes. Take one more breath. The Sphinx pose. Slowly lower yourself down. Walk your elbows forward a little. This reverses sitting for the lower back. So if you're feeling like a lot of pressure and pinching through your lower back, you're gonna let your head drop and separate your elbows a bit wider. That's gonna let your back release a bit. If you like to really arch your spine, if it feels right for you, you'll have your elbows just slightly ahead of your shoulders and your head is neutral. So it's really personal, just sort of wiggle into it. Every body is different, see how you feel. We're trying to completely relax the lower body. Very challenging. The only thing that's really working are your arms to hold you up. Breathe into your tummy. If your head is still lifted, let your head hang down, but stay on your elbows. Take deep breaths, relax your neck. You could sway your head a little side to side. When the time is right, release your head all the way down. Take a deep breath. Windshield wipers, bend your knees, sway your feet side to side. Release your legs. We're going to do a twist from here. You may have to watch first, but I'll talk you through it. I can always show you a different way if you get lost. So you're going to scoot over to one side of your mat. because we're gonna roll back and you want mat behind you, and you're gonna slide that knee up onto the floor. And just take a breath there. We're gonna twist from here. So you're gonna lift yourself up a bit, slide your opposite arm under, that's gonna hold your knee, and then you're gonna roll back with your arm. So notice I'm letting my knee come up to let my arm go back. So if you got all confused, don't worry, just come onto your back, draw opposite hand to knee, and then pull your knee across. Same pose, except it's just a little different when we come in from the tummy. Okay, so take your time finding it, the one knee twist. You want to find the balance between the knee coming down and the arm and the shoulder coming down. Breathe into your side. We're going to hold here for a bit. Think of twisting out stress and tension. Two more breaths. To release, we're going to circle your extended arm slowly along the floor, up over your head, big stretch. And then once you get back, you're going to slowly straighten out on your tummy. Just take a breather on your stomach and rest. So let's try that to the other side. Scoot over so that you have some mat to roll onto. Slide that knee up onto the floor. Let's just hold there for a second. Take a deep breath. Let's twist. Lift up a little, slide your opposite arm under for your knee. That knee will probably come off the floor, and then allow yourself to rotate. If you got lost, move onto your back, opposite hand to knee, and twist. Twists are really personal, so just sort of shimmy around. You want to feel like you can still breathe, but you want to feel a nice stretch down that side body. Just a couple more breaths. We're going to do that same arm movement, but we're not going to roll onto our stomach. Start to move your arm up over your head. Reach across, but don't roll onto your stomach. And then just slowly roll onto your back when you're ready. And we're going to rest on your back. So once you get all straightened out, pause and feel the effects of the one knee twist. Full body stretch. Bring your hands together, reach your arms over your head. Stretch, decompress, let out a yawn. If you have a cat or dog at home, they're probably close to you now. The cats and dogs love the yoga. And then when you're ready to go, we're going to draw your knees into your chest, massage your back in any way that feels good. The bridge pose. So you may want to watch first if you'd like, or if you know the bridge pose, you can come right into it. I'll just do a quick demonstration. Tuck my shoulders, arms by my sides. Maybe I can reach my heels. It's okay if you can't, but that's sort of the ballpark around that distance. Press into my feet, lift my hips, option one. Option two, I try to reach under the bridge and interlace my hands into yoga mudra. You want to keep your neck really straight here. So take your time getting into it when you're ready. And you can have your arms straight or interlaced under. Check, make sure your neck is okay. Roll your head a little bit and just make sure your neck is free. If your neck is not free, you're gonna come down, take a moment, reset, and see if you can get the weight on your shoulders, not on your neck. All right, so let's hold here. This reverses sitting by stirring up the energy in the hips. So we're shifting all the weight in the opposite direction of sitting. Take a couple more breaths. You might start to feel a burn in your hips, back of your hips and hamstrings. Now we're gonna try to come down really slow. Untuck your shoulders, curl your tailbone. Think of the cat pose that we did earlier when we were rounding our spine. Slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. When you get to the bottom, rest and take a deep breath. Draw your knees into your chest. We're going to do that pose again. If you feel like the energy is like really strong and you want to take a break, you're going to rest and do some windshield wipers. We're going to do this after the next bridge. So make sure you listen to your body. It can be quite powerful. If you're ready to do another bridge pose, come along with me. Tuck your shoulders, no weight on the neck. Press into your feet equally. You could have your arms straight or you could interlace underneath. Breathe into your core. Think of the energy shifting with gravity to the head, neck, and shoulders. Imagine the mental stress from your busy day draining out through the back of the head. One more breath. Untuck your shoulders, roll down with control. At the bottom, rest and take a deep breath. The windshield wipers, open your arms wide out to your sides, palms are open, feet are as wide as your mat, slowly side to side with your knees. Let's coordinate the breath. As you inhale, you're coming through the center. As you exhale, you're twisting. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Last time. Realign your hips. Draw your knees into your chest. Your feet will be hip width apart. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So some people might feel it here and you can stay here. If you need more, start to bring your leg in towards you by lifting your bottom leg. You can reach through that little triangle there and hold your thigh. So if you feel it, you're going to stay here. Sometimes it's fun to straighten your bottom leg, and that can help push the leg in. We're looking for a stretch in the outside of the crossed leg. Breathe. One more breath. Release. Ground through both of your feet. Give your legs a little shake. Let's try the other side. Cross your left ankle over, push your knee away. Draw your thigh in. You can keep your knees bent or you can straighten your bottom leg to help. One more breath. Slowly release. Ground through both feet. Take a deep breath. Full body stretch. Reach your legs down and your arms up. Let out a yawn, decompress your body. Shavasana, final relaxation. So if you want to put a pillow under your knees or get your legs up, that would be great because that will counterpose sitting. Like if you put your legs on your chair or your couch, or just put a pillow under your knees. Maybe a blanket under your head. Move your head side to side. Take a second to relax your neck. And then we'll come to stillness. Close your eyes. Let your body rest.